So it brings up now 3rd down and 7 for Corbin. Having trouble staying the yard lines out there, but it is 3rd down and 7 from the 37-yard line. Jeff Fruits checked into the game.
To try to pick up a 1st down.
So it brings up now 3rd down and 7 for Corbin. Having trouble staying the yard lines out there, but it is 3rd down and 7 from the 37-yard line. Jeff Fruits checked into the game. He's on the right side out there, and Jason Eastep goes to the left side. Flags on the play. I think someone moved for Corbin. Mauser is going to go down. No, he gets out of that at the 25. Still scrambling for somewhere to go. Then the ball comes loose. Rockcastle County recovers the fumble.
Well, that time Jody's 2nd and 3rd effort there, he was really struggling trying to get away, and he just got a little disillusioned there and dropped the football.
Well, they do have flags on the play, so let's check them first. I think it's going to be against Corbin, though.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's motion on Corbin. They had somebody moving.
So Rockcastle County will keep the football. The Rockets decline that penalty. Yeah, Jody kept struggling, and then, like you say, got a little bit disillusioned, just dropped the football right out of his hands. So the Rockets will have it now 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. As the wishbone lines up behind Bussell, Harris, Schaefer, and the handoff is going to go that time to Schaefer, I think, Bobby Coffey, number 58 on the carry.
Another odd number for a fullback.
Yeah, it is, number 58. But he gets 5 yards on that play. Bobby Coffey, pretty good size youngster here. Let me check him on our list. He is 5'8", 190. He's a senior. Once again, the wishbone lines up behind Bussell. Rockcastle facing 2nd and 5. Bussell goes once again straight up the middle. Spinning with the football is Schaefer. Nowhere to go for him. Maybe a gain of a yard. That brings up 3rd down. Or rather, Coffey on the carry. Again brings up 3rd down for the Rockets.
Josh Pate on the stop for Corbin.
Well, 2 turnovers here for each team. Corbin has fumbled the football away twice. Rockcastle County has bobbled a punt, given it to Corbin, and been intercepted once. Wishbone lines up behind Bussell. Coffey, the big guy, will be in there at fullback. Schaefer and Harris, the halfbacks. And once again, Coffey with a big hole there as he came out of the midst of a bunch of players. Plenty enough for the 1st down. He takes it to the 10-yard line almost. We're going to spot it on the 11 or 12-yard line, so that's going to be now 1st and 10 and knocking on the door here for the Rockcastle County Rockets.
Well, Chad came up to put him on the ground right there, but we didn't do a very good job really knocking him off his feet.
Really, he was
line of scrimmage because we hit him.
He was stopped right on the line of scrimmage, and all of a sudden he regained his composure and came bursting through that hole. Rockcastle County lines it up offensively. 7:20 to go in the 1st half of play. Bussell set to take the snap. He's going to pitch it out to Schaefer. Schaefer moving with the football, or rather Harris, all the way down to the 5-yard line, then banged out of bounds there. The little guy, J.D. Harris, with a quick pitch that time, gains 5-6 yards, brings up 2nd down for Rockcastle County.
Well, they really like the quick pitch, and the reason for that is they've got Harris, and he does an extremely good job of running it.
And they're not showing that Rockcastle County can get a 1st down, so it's going to be 2nd and goal here for the Rockets from the 3-yard line. Number 87, Jason Hunt, the left end. He splits out. Power I left set now for Rockcastle County as it's going to be the sneak by Bussell. He's close. No touchdown, but he's very close. That brings up 3rd down for Rockcastle County. Oh, maybe, I thought maybe we had a motion that time against Rockcastle County.
I didn't see it.
Inside the 1 yard line.
Yeah. If you can't confirm it, Burley, I'll just have to. Hey, it's on it.
You're the man.
Rockcastle County from the left side of the field. A third down play for the Rockets. Ball is on the 1 yard line. And handoff goes to who had the football there? Harris, the little guy Harris, and he's not in for the touchdown. That'll bring up 4th down now for Rockcastle County. So the Hounds, with a big goal line stand here, they've pushed Rockcastle County to 4th down. Timeout called for by the Rockets. This is a nice press box, but there's a big steel beam right in front of me. Well, let's take a break during the timeout. We'll be right back. No score, but Rockcastle County's knocking on the door with 6:13 to go in the first half. This is Red Hound Football on WCTT T107. I understand, man. I know sometimes you have to be away.
Please bring the rosters to the speaker stand, please. Little League coaches, please bring your rosters to the speaker stand.
Well, 6:13 to go here in the first half of play. Rockcastle County coming up now to 4th down and goal from the 1 yard line. You know, those yards down around the goal line are tough to get, Burley, because, of course, with the goal line defense, the teams put everybody up there on the line, and if you're trying to run it, that's some tough odds to run against.
Well, it is, and Corbin will really be dug in down there as they've done a good job of really bringing everybody and stopping them there for 2 plays. But, you know, they're going to be tough to stop down here with J.D. Harris. Corbin really with their backs to the wall here, and a big challenge for them right now.
Well, we're ready to go. Number 58, Schaefer, the big blocking back, is in there, or rather Bobby Coffey. And lined up behind him is J.D. Harris, the I formation. Pitch out to Harris. He's looking for the end zone. He's not there. Yes, he is there. Squirted in at the last second. It looked like Corbin would stop him on the 1 yard line, but he bounced off a player and takes it in. And Rockcastle County leads by a score of 6-0.
Well, he made a nice cut to get in there, and I tell you, he really put his head down because Corbin played that almost picture perfect down there as they had the people there, and the little guy just wouldn't be denied.
So J.D. Harris, the 1 yard run for the score. And the Rockets going to go for 2. He'll try for 2 points. No, they're going to kick it. So scratch that. Kick number 25, or rather number 29, the kick. And it's good. Anyway, whoever kicked it, it's good. 6:08 left to go here in the first half of play. It's Rockcastle County 7, Corbin nothing. We'll be back. The Rockets will kick it away to the Hounds. When we return, this is Red Hound Football on WCTT T107. What was that kicker's number?
29, I think.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, 6 minutes, 8 seconds left to go in the first half from Rockcastle County High School, 7-0. The Rockets on top of the Corbin Red Hounds with Michael Schaefer, who did kick that extra point a while ago, set to kick it off. Back to receive for Corbin, Mike Wyatt. And it's going to be another short kick. This one's going to scribble out of bounds at about the 36, 37-yard line. So Corbin going to get some fine field position out of this one. As the two kickoffs in the game so far by Rockcastle County have not been good.
No, I don't know whether they're purposely doing that or he's just missing the ball. I think they're scribbing it on purpose because you've seen his extra point kick here. You know, he got the ball up pretty good. So I just feel like that they said, hey, if you're going to beat me, you're not going to run a kickoff back.
And I think you're right. Jeff Root checks in for Corbin. To the left side, the near side of the field. Jason Eastep to the right, the I formation behind Mauser. And he will turn and can hand it off. Now he's going to try to bring it out himself. And J.D. Harris comes up and drops him right on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, J.D. doing a little show there for the fans.
Yeah, he's trying to pump him up a little bit. He popped Jody Mauser pretty good. That'll bring, as a broken play by Corbin, that brings up 2nd down and 9.
Looked like they were running a veer in there, and Jody wanted the football, and so did the fullback.
Jeff Root, far right side. Shane Creekmore goes out, split in to the left side. Mauser with a split behind him is dropping back to throw. He looks for Matt Phillips. He's got him up on the 42-yard line. And he was dropped. Good coverage that time by number 12, Jason Kirby. Gain of maybe a couple of yards on that play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Corbin with 4:45 left to go here in the first half of play. Jeff Root to the left. Jason Eastep to the right. Chris Okuma, Matt Phillips lined up behind the quarterback, Jody Mauser. Mauser drops back. Here comes the pressure. Here comes the toss. And it's going to be caught up on the 50-yard line. Dropped?
Yep.
Dropped up on the 50-yard line. Brings up 4th down and a punt for Corbin.
But Jason made a nice dive, or nice try at it that time, but he just couldn't hang on.
Well, the momentum definitely belonging to Rockcastle County right now as they just scored the touchdown and Corbin can't get anything going offensively. And Matt Phillips will have to punt it away. J.D. Harris back to receive. Also J.D. Bussell. The kick will be at about the 35-yard line. It's a line drive kick. Hits at the 25 and then takes a Rockcastle County bounce back up to about, well, down near the 20 and bounce back up to about the 22. So the Rockets take over there. 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line.
Well, there's a big difference in bounces so far in this game. The bounce for Rockcastle down there was, you couldn't, like I say, couldn't have drew it up any better. And a little work going on here under me. I think everything's going to be all right.
Got a dead microphone here for the PA guy. We'll have to holler at Bill Sloan. Let him come fix it for him.
He's a technician, isn't he?
Full house lined up behind Bussell. He gives it off to Harris, heading for the right side. He's got a hold. He's at the 30, 35, 40. He may go. He's being chased, but no one's going to catch J.D. Harris. There he goes. Touchdown for J.D. Harris. 78 yards. From the 50-yard line to the end zone.
It's obvious we're not at home. You can tell the noise in this press box that these people are very, very happy about that play. And then you can look at it a lot of ways, but they just lined up and whipped us over there, and he broke this thing back here for the touchdown.
And a big one, 78-yard touchdown run for J.D. Harris. So with 3:49 to go in the first half, 13-0 Rockcastle County on top. Schaefer up to kick the extra point. The kick is good. 3:49 to go, first half of play. The Rockets 14, the Hounds nothing. We'll be back, and Rockcastle County will kick away to Corbin. This is Red Hound football on WCTT T107. Well.
The thing we got to do here is be patient.
Yeah. Hey, we're not out of it. Well, it's 14-0, 3:49 to go in the first half. Rockcastle County with two quick scores, both of them by number 27, 5'5" J.D. Harris. This one is kicked. Mike Wyatt bobbles it, taken at the 15 by Scott Hart. Looking for some room. Now he cuts it back to the 15, on back to the 10. He's going to the end zone here tonight. Well, I think maybe the youth of Scott Hart showing through on that play as he was heading backwards, trying to find some running room, and he gets dropped back on the 9-yard line.
Well, the best thing to do in that situation is go ahead and put your head down and get what you can. But like I said, Scott only a sophomore out there, and the thing about a football player is you always think you're competitive and you think you can break it every play, and that's what he was thinking right there. So just a tough break for Scott.
So 3:28 to go in the first half. Corbin would like to get something here before the half is over, but it doesn't look good at this point. 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line. Mauser drops back to throw. There's some pressure. He lets it go over the middle. He's got Jeff Root, but it's knocked down by Harris, and a flag on the play. Probably would have to be defensive interference.
Well,
I don't know. That's what it is. Not a popular call with the press box groupie here, but he could have hit him before the he could have hit him before the ball got there.
Yeah, that was it was close, you know, and they're down there making the calls. I'm just going to have to live with whatever they say, unless it's against us, right?
So moves it to the 20-yard line. Or the 25-yard line. Corbin will have it there. 1st and 10 from the 25. Root and E-step. Root to the right, E-step to the left. Mauser drops back to throw again. He's looking for Root again. He's going to air it out to him. Jeff is out of the football. Can't get to it. Way down at the 40-yard line. Made a dive, but just a bit overthrown by Jody Mauser. And it'll bring up 2nd down for Corbin. Good play, though. Just another half step. Jeff Root would have been right there.
Yeah, Jeff, really, he was blistering it down through there. A kid with a lot of speed, and Jody hung it up there pretty good, just out of the tips of Jeff.
Clock down to 3:06, 14-0. Rockcastle County leads. Corbin working off the right side of the field, facing a 2nd down and 10. Airing it out here, trying to get something before the halftime. Phillips and Smith split behind Mauser. He drops back to look. He looks. He's throwing for E-step this time. Jason runs for the football. It is intercepted by Schaefer. Then Jason drags him down on the 20-yard line. A good defensive play that time by Michael Schaefer. He and Jason E-step are running step for step. And Schaefer managed to get in front and pick that one off. So it belongs to Rockcastle County with 2:56 to go first half.
Well, that's pretty tough right there because, you know, I know one thing Corbin can do is they can score some points, so I feel pretty comfortable at this point. And Jody may be a little over anxious right there to try to get it all back real fast, but again, you know, he nearly hit Root right here. It was open, but that time Mace just couldn't outrun him.
Yeah, good coverage by Schaefer. He's a good athlete too. Maybe not as strong as J.D. Harris, but he's a good athlete. Rockcastle County football. Wishbone lined up behind Bussell. As Bussell takes the snap and hands it off straight up the middle, and there comes the big guy, Coffey, busting his way across the 30 to the 31-yard line. That's first down for the Rockets.
Well, you can describe it a lot of ways, but anytime you're getting yards straight up the middle like that, 10 a crack, then you're getting pushed off the line there somewhat.
And that is true. 2:20 now, showing on the first half clock. It'll be the Wishbone once again for Rockcastle County. The guy in front of me here's got a 10-foot tall hat. As a handoff, taking once again to Coffey. Not much to gain on that play for him. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
Well, Rockcastle at this point, they're wanting to run the clock out here, and of course they want to score on every play, but I think they would be happy with a 14-0 lead at halftime.
That's been J.D. Harris. We'll update you on how the scoring came about, what there has been of it here in the first half of this football game. Clock counting down to 1:40. 2nd down, 10 for Rockcastle County. Full house behind Bussell. He gives it off to Schaefer, and Schaefer gets a nice block up on the line of scrimmage to gain about 7 yards across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Jody came up, made a nice hit that time, but again, we got pushed off in there.
Yeah, when your defensive backs are having to make all the stops, you know your defensive line's getting moved around. So 3rd down now for Rockcastle County. We'll call it along 3 yards here. One lone setback behind Bussell. I think they've got maybe some aspirations on scoring here. Handoff is going to go to Coffey, though, who was that long setback, and he gains a yard, then goes down, brings up 4th down for the Rockets. With under a minute to play in the first half.
They're probably going to let it run down right here and take a penalty.
Rockets of Rockcastle County, coached by Tom Larkey, assisted by Tony Saylor. The head assistant. Principal here is Ronnie Cash, Jim Cox, Connie Helm, assistant principals.
Well, they're doing a good job with their football program here in Rockcastle County as well as their facility. I can tell you that much. Anybody that thinks that they're not a pretty good team, you're wrong.
Clock continues to move down to 14 seconds. And like you say, Rockcastle will take the penalty. And that way they can run the clock on out here, and that will end the first half of football action here from Rockcastle County High School.
Well, Corbin's probably going to come after this punt here, I would imagine.
Corbin calls a timeout. I guess you got him. You want to go ahead and use him. A good crowd here, a good Corbin contingency. Of course, a larger Rockcastle County crowd on hand because it's their home football game.
Pretty quiet Corbin crowd right now.
Yeah, it is. Things have went steadily downhill in the first half, Burley. Like you say, the Corbin defensive line having trouble putting the stop on the Rockcastle County backs. And offensively, Corbin just not able to get anything done at all in the first half.
Well, they were able to put together a real nice drive here, the one that Harris goes in and scores on. And then the play down here, they just busted a big play. And anytime you have a kid, you know, of his caliber, that's always a threat to do. And you know, that's why he's a good player. He really is a good player. But Corbin, they've got to tackle a little better, and they got to get a little tougher down in the line of scrimmage if they want to win this game. And they've also offensively got to be able to establish a little bit of a ground game so it'll help open up some more of those pass routes.
Well, the Rockets will be punting away. Jason Hunt, number 87, will punt. Eastep will receive for Corbin. There's only 11 seconds on the clock. Here comes the punt. The Hounds come after it, but a nice block by Schaefer keeps Jody Mauser out. And then the ball will go out of bounds at the 30-yard line, leaving 3 seconds on the clock. Time enough, though, for one play. If you're the Hounds, hopefully at halftime we can dig up some scores from some of the other games going on around Southeast Kentucky. We'll have the stat report. Tim Dudley and Bill Sloan's on the field with the stats. And we'll update you on how this first half is went here and talk it over with Burley Foley.
Well, as they say on Monday Night Football, maybe time for the Hail Mary here.
Yeah, I think so. Root and Eastep, once again, the wideouts. One of those guys will try for this, and I'm sure, as Mauser dropping back deep, throwing for Root. He's behind the coverage, but it's going to be incomplete. They're saying Rockcastle County's got the football there, but I don't think so. They're trying to run it back, but no go. Jeff Root a little bit shaken up on that play. Was spot pretty good just as the football got there. But that will end the first half of play. And at the end of one half, it's Rockcastle County 14 and Corbin none. Before we take this break, let's see what they're discussing on the field. Rockcastle County thought they should have had a chance to run that football back. The officials disagree, and that will officially end the first half. So once again, at the end of one half of play, 14-0, Rockcastle County leads Corbin. We'll be right back. This is Red Hound Football on Southeast Kentucky Sports Leader, WCTT T107. Yeah, sounds good. Give me some coffee, yeah. Hey, Frank. This one 4. Make these halftime breaks 4 also. Yeah, make all the halftime breaks 4. They're putting 20 minutes on the clock. Okay. Your team out down here only 14-0. And we'll also be updating you on those other scores from around Southeast Kentucky. And we're trying to get you a baseball score from Pittsburgh and Atlanta in the National League Championship Series. The Braves lead the series 2-0. But no score available on that at this particular time. We'll get you one when we can. Well, the Rockcastle County side very happy. The Corbin side, well, kind of sullen, I guess you'd say, would be the good word for it, as their team down here 14-0, and the Hounds will have to kick off to Rockcastle County to get things started in the second half.
A lot of football left, though, in this football game, David.
Absolutely. Two deep backs for Rockcastle County, number 27, J.D. Harris, and number 21, also back there, Greg Bowman, both of them little guys. Three up backs as Phillips gets the foot to it. He kicks it over toward Bowman, and Bowman's going to get it at the 5. Looking for some blockers. Still running out to the right sideline. Still running. He gets a hold there at the 10, 15, 20. To the 22-yard line. Finally brought down from behind. Was that 74 on the tackle for Corbin?
Shane Romines.
Shane Romines.
Shane showing a little quickness there for a big guy.
And once again, it looked like Corbin had Bowman pretty much hemmed inside the 10-yard line, but he got a good block and came busting out of there, and would have had some big yardage down that right sideline. Matter of fact, he might have even been gone, but Shane Romines there to bring it down from behind. So the Rockets start off the right side of the field. The power eye lined up behind Bussell. 1st and 10, Rockcastle County's first offense possession. Handoff goes to Harris, to the 15. Or rather makes that to the 35 and on up across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Well, he starts right where he left off as he picks up a pretty nice gainer there on the first play of the second half. Just a little pitch as they pitch it to him and let him try to find what he can.
So the Corbin defense having to toughen up here just a bit. J.D. Harris coming on. That is a first down for Harris, crossing the 40 up to the 44-yard line. Same formation lined up behind Bussell. Wide out to the right side is Jason Hunt, number 87. Handoff is going to go to Coffey, and the big guy crosses the 50 on down to the 48-yard line, running with a full head of steam into Corbin territory.
Well, Rockcastle really looks in control at this point. Corbin, I'm sure has made some adjustments at halftime, but so far here in the second half, it just hasn't worked.
Rockcastle picking up just where they left off in the first half.
A lot of football left here as Corbin really needs to get something going. So need to have a positive thing happen here, a big hit or, maybe a play for a loss or something like that to get some momentum and some confidence back.
Yeah, the old momentum definitely swinging Rockcastle County's way right now. They're playing well as Bussell will give it to Harris, looking for room around the right side and finally squirts through a little hole, crossing the 45 on down to the 43-yard line. That will be enough for another Rockcastle County first down, by the way. So 1st and 10 from the Corbin 42 for the Rockets. Just underway in the second half. 10 minutes to go in the third period to play. Dave King and Burley Foley here in the booth. On stats, Bill Sloan and Tim Dudley. And, our wireless mic broke a wire in it tonight. He didn't have any sorter to fix it back with, so we don't have Chuck Selvey, Dr. Selvey on the sidelines. He's down there. We just can't communicate with it. I formation lines up behind Bussell. 1st and 10 from the 42. Schaefer comes in motion. Bussell's going to give it off to Harris, though, and Brent Willoughby, along with number 59 for Corbin, there to wrap him up. That's Jason Mitchell.
No, Josh Pate, 56.
Josh Pate, number 56.
Chad Adams also there. There's something positive for Corbin. They made a good play right there, and maybe they can start to build on some positive things here and get back in this thing. You're not going to get back in a football game like this immediately, but especially when you play good people. But what they got to do is try to keep their head up. They're very, very capable of scoring 2 touchdowns or more, and what they got to do right now is just really stay in there and work.
I have to agree. Rockcastle working off the right hash mark. 2nd down and 9. Harris in motion. Pitch out's going to go to Schaefer. Looking for room. Hit hard. Back at the original line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard on that play. Chad Adams, the tackler. As Chad with good coverage that time. Schaefer rolling for the left side with the football, but he was hit hard and dropped. That'll bring up a 3rd down now for Rockcastle County and a big down for Corbin.
There's Jody Mauser on the play, Dave, and it also, I think he's shaking up a little bit as he's holding his arm.
Yeah, it is 18 instead of 10, isn't it? So a good hit there by Jody Mauser. And Mauser's going to have to come out and get looked at here. So we've got a timeout called for here. 3rd down and 10 facing Rockcastle County. We'll take a quick break. 8:25 to go in the third period. 14-0. The Rockets lead. This is Red Hound football on WCTT T107. There we go. The score, Frank. Okay, thanks. Well, Jody Mauser shaken up. He leaves the football game. He's over on the sideline right now. This is one of those times when you really would like to have Chuck Selva down there, and he could tell us about the injury. But once again, the field microphone is inoperable for this football game, so we'll have to wait and see. Russell in the shotgun, lots of time to throw. He's going to air that over the middle. Knocked down, not intercepted, knocked down at the 20-yard line by number 36, Scott Hart, out of bounds there. That brings up 4th down for the Rockets, and they will punt.
It'll be interesting to see here if we get Jody back. I see somebody over on the sideline throwing, and I'm sure that's Lance White trying to loosen up just a little bit.
Jody was holding one of his arms. It's hard to tell. He had him out in front of him which arm he was holding with the other, but one of his arms looked like down around the wrist area, definitely shaken up on that nice play. And there's the punt by Hunt, number 87, one of those big high punts again. It will hit at the 20 and takes a Rockcastle County bounce inside the 10 on down to the 8-yard line. Well, you know, Coach Adams said in the pregame show that, you know, the 3 big keys, the offensive and defensive line play and the kicking game, and so far Rockcastle County is winning the battle in all those, and they lead 14-0.
Well, they have. You know, like I say, they've had some early breaks, but they've done some good positive things here tonight, and again, Corbin right here need to just kind of be patient and get some good momentum going and get this thing down there and get a score and get it in striking distance.
And Jody Mauser will be quarterbacking for Corbin. So the Hounds here, 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line, right in the center of the field, working right on the hump. Jason Estep wide to the left side. As Mauser's dropping back to throw. He looks, he throws. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for Jeff Root up at the 25-yard line. Throws wide of him. That'll bring up 2nd down for Corbin. The Hounds have went to the passing game here.
Well, they have, and again, they've thrown the ball very well at times this year, but they've tried to hit some people deep here, and have been able to get in their hands, and they'll hit one of those here before the night's over, I'm certain.
Rockcastle County with good coverage in the backfield. Mark Mims comes out to the left side. Mauser's back to throw again. He's looking. He's throwing to the sideline. Caught by Estep up at the 23. And Jason moves his way to the 24-yard line. So 1st down for Corbin from the 24. The Hounds trying to get the offense on track, needing to put some points on the board, trailing here 14-0. We're down to 7.5 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Well, they're in a hurry-up, Dave. They're not even going to the huddle right here. A little bit of a hurry-up offense as Jody gets them set.
In the backfield, Mauser and Smith. Smith with a block. Mauser looks over, and it's going to be picked off. Picked off by Schaefer. 10, 5, touchdown for Michael Schaefer and the Rockcastle County Rockets.
Well, that time Jody looked him to the right, but Schaefer hung in there real strong, and Jody just was threw it over there and was unable to complete it, and they pick it off for a touchdown. When it rains, it pours.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So we'll put that down here as a 30-yard touchdown return for Michael Schaefer. And it'll also be Schaefer to kick the extra point. $20-0. Rockcastle County with the lead. The snap. And the kick is going to be blocked. That wasn't Schaefer kicking. That was Bowman. Picked up by Byron Jones of Corbin, but the play is blown dead. So let's take a break. It's Rockcastle County 20, the Red Hounds none. When we return, the Rockets will kick off to Corbin. This is Red Hound football on WCTT T107. Jody Mauser looked right, and then he fired it left, but as Burley Foley said, Michael Schaefer didn't budge. He stayed on his man and picked up the interception. Schaefer with the kick. Bounces at the 20, picked up by Mark Mims at the 25. Mims heads for the 30 to the 32-yard line. Tripped up by a couple of Rockets. Goes down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Corbin from their own 32. Needing some points. Trailing 20-0 with 7:10 to go in the third period.
Corbin again faced with a very difficult situation here. Pretty good field position though, but almost forced into a passing situation now.
As Jeff Root is wide to the right side, Jason Eastep splits out to the left side. Corbin in the passing set, but the handoff goes to Matt Phillips. Phillips rolling his way around the right up to the 35-yard line, or close to it before going down. Brings up 2nd down and still around 8 for the Hounds.
Not a lot of room up there, Dave. We just haven't been able to push them off the line.
No, not those big holes that we saw in the Everett and Wayne County games. Of course, Rockcastle County a far superior opponent than those two teams.
I start to say this, not Everett or Wayne County.
It's a big difference. As Mauser's back to throw, he's got lots of pressure on him, has to run it out himself, and goes down at the 36-yard line. Do pick up about a yard on the play, but that brings up 3rd and long for Corbin.
Again, Jody just not with time to throw.
Yeah, and the coverage is good, too. You know, Rockcastle knows that Corbin's wanting to throw the football now, and when a team knows what you're going to do, well, that's half the battle right there. Mauser takes the snap, 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Throws it long. He's got a man down there, and it's going to be the wrong man, picked off by Bussell. Bussell bringing it out himself up to the 45-yard line, brought down from behind by Jeff Root. Well, I really thought that ball had more air in it than it did. It looked like Root did break open, but the ball, I don't know, it just quit and fell right into the hands of Bussell. So another interception by Rockcastle County. They'll take over here.
Well, that time Jody hit just as he let it go, and again, wasn't able to get enough on it. Jeff looked like he might be able to beat him, but he couldn't get enough on the ball to get it to him deep.
So now with 5:42 showing on the third quarter clock, Rockcastle County has the football right back. Lined up in the backfield, Bobby Coffey, Michael Schaefer, and J.D. Harris. Full house back there. It goes to Harris. Gets a block around the right side. And he can just squirt through the smallest of holes and pick up 3 or 4 yards, which he did there, on up to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like we really had him shut down there, but he was able to just keep penetrating, and next thing you know, he's got 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, as he goes down, he finds a place to go down and shoots right through there and gets some pretty good yardage. So 2nd down, and let's call her 6. Gain of 4 on that play for J.D. Harris for the Rockets. Castle working just to the right side of the hump. Out to the right side, number 5, Mickey McClure, is checked back in. As Bussell turns around, gives it off to Coffey, and the big fullback goes down to the 45-yard line, very close to a 1st down. According to the spot, they're going to spot it on the 44, and that will be enough for Rockcastle County 1st down.
Well, Rockcastle right now, they want to keep it on the ground and keep grinding this clock down, and Corbin, on the other hand, they need a fumble or need something, like I say, positive to have them get this ball back.
4.5 to go, third quarter. Rockcastle County with another 1st down on the Corbin now 44-yard line. That full house lines up there behind Bussell. He takes the snap. Gives the football off to Schaefer, and no running room for him. Or I guess that was Coffey on the carry. No running room for Coffey. Goes down after maybe a half-yard gain.
Willoughby and Okuma on the stop.
You know, Corbin came out, wanting to throw the football this year, Burley, but this is not the situation that you want to get into where you have to throw the ball, because, and that's what's happened to Jody Mauser the last 2 times Corbin has had it. Rockcastle County knowing exactly what they were going to do and able to do something about it. Getting good pressure and good coverage. High formation lines up behind Bussell. Schaefer comes in motion right to left. Hand off to Harris on the back of the eye. And J.D. is going to be stood up and popped at the 41-yard line after maybe a yard. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Good defense that time. Byron Jones. Also over there, Scott Hart, Shackelford. Big 3rd down right here. Corbin's going to win the football game. They've got to get the football back. Still a lot of time to go.
Third down for Rockcastle County, down to the 3-minute mark here in the third period. Once again, 3 backs line up behind Bussell. The quarterback, J.D. Bussell. He takes the snap and drops back to throw. It's going to be caught. Scott Hart drills the receiver, but not before he's got the first down at the 32-yard line.
Well, that time Bussell showed a lot of poise over there as they just ran an out pattern and got just enough for the first down. So that'll keep the clock rolling.
So first and 10 now for Rockcastle County after the third down pass completion. The Rockets maintain and control the football, as Burley just pointed out. Power eye right set this time for Rockcastle. Bussell to throw again. He's looking over the middle. He's got a man down there. It's going to be, a great catch by Jason Corbin at the 12. Stretched down into the end zone and caught the football. It's now 26-0 Rockcastle County.
Well, I'll tell you what, they deserve to win the football game because they're playing better right now. Should this thing end right now, they've been the better team on the field. Corbin's really got to put some points on the board in a hurry to come back and win this thing.
Well, number 12 hasn't been heard from much in this football game for Rockcastle County, but certainly made his presence felt on that one. Jason Kirby made an outstanding catch. Here's the extra point. It's going to be faked. Bussell rolling to the right, throws complete. Once again to Jason Kirby on the 2-point conversion. That puts the Rockets on top 28-0 with 2:30 to go in the third period. We'll be back, and Rockcastle will kick it away to Corbin when we return. This is Red Hound Football on WCTT T107. Jason Kirby connects on a 32-yard touchdown catch from J.D. Bussell. The extra point was faked, and then the 2-point conversion tossed by Bussell, and once again to Jason was completed, and it's 28-0. Kickoff goes to Jason Eastep to the 33-yard line, swarmed and down there, so Corbin first and 10 from the 33.
Got a penalty flag here, too, on a Corbin player or a Rockcastle County player one. I'm not sure.
We'll check that.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up the call here. I believe it's going to be on Corbin. Personal foul.
Not what you need when you're down 28-0.
Nope. Got a new quarterback in the game, Dave. Lance White. Sportsmanlike conduct. Yeah, sportsmanlike conduct on Corbin.
So Corbin down 28-0. Pretty nice return by Jason Eastep to the 33, but the misconduct penalty, of course, will bring that back. The official started stepping the wrong way. This, of course, is going to move the ball all the way back to the 17-yard line, 17-yard line. Once again, Corbin with a brand new quarterback into the football game. It's number 28, Lance Wyatt. Lance is a 5'4", 174-pound senior.
Well, Lance very similar in size to J.D. Harris.
Yes, he is. Got a couple inches on him, but or what did I say? Maybe he doesn't have a couple of inches on him. Matter of fact, J.D. has an inch on him.
I don't think so.
I don't either. So Lance Wyatt lines up the Corbin offensive attack, the wishbone. Lined up in there. Handoff goes to Mike Wyatt, and they just take the football away from him. Flag on the play. As Coffey stripped Mike Wyatt of the football. He's probably going to be called down, though. And then a flag on the play. I think that's going to be against Corbin.
I'm not sure who it's going to be on, but there's a call against somebody here. Coffey just took the football away from Mike White that time and ran into the end zone, but they ruled that his forward progress had been stopped.
An offensive face mask? Don't see that every day. I think it's Jason Eastep got the face mask, one of the Rockcastle County players, and brought him down.
Well, when it rains, it pours, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Corbin, a team that's quickly losing their composure right now, Burley. Very quickly.
Well, like I say, you know, in the Glasgow game, we told you they didn't play well. Corbin has not played well tonight.
Not good at all. Not even as good as they played at Glasgow.
No, they really haven't, in my opinion.
So our Castle County is going to decline the penalty.
Still a long way to go, but boy, have we got a big hill to climb.
It's a mountain, that's for sure. Second down now, and 25 facing Corbin with 1:50 to go in the third quarter of play. Once again, Lance Wyatt is quarterbacking. He's rolling out to pass, looking, throwing long, and it is knocked away by J.D. Harris and incomplete. Almost intercepted by Kirby after Harris tipped it, but Kirby couldn't hang on. That'll bring up now 3rd and 10 for Corbin.
Well, Lance threw that ball with a pretty good touch that time for 3rd and about 25, Dave.
Yeah, 3rd and 25.
Don't mean to correct you, but but I did. But that time,
did a good job of it too, brother.
Rockcastle made a late break on the ball right there and just got a fingertip on it.
So 3rd and 25 now for Corbin. They're working from the 17-yard line. They've got to cross the 40, the 41-yard line to get a first down here, as Wyatt will give it on the draw play up the middle to Scott Hart, and Scott's still going with the football. He crosses the 30 all the way up to the 35, very close to first down yardage by little Scott Hart.
Well, Scott only a sophomore, but I'm telling you what, he ran extremely well right there.
He had 159 yards against Wayne County last week. I think Corbin kind of surprised Rockcastle County with the run that time.
Corbin on 4th down, they're going to go for it here.
Well, you about have to. You're down to 1:08 left to go, and you're down 28-0. Ball on the 35-yard line, so Corbin with a 4th and 6. Out to the left side is Jason Eastep. The Hounds right on the middle of the field. I formation lined up behind Wyatt. It's going to go to Scott Hart. He's got the first and then a couple of yards. So the sophomore coming on hard here for the Corbin Red Hounds.
Scott may be our answer to J.D. Harris. Now, he's very similar in size also, and really runs with good balance and good speed, and has had 2 of the better runs of the night.
Big play there for Scott Hart up to the 44-yard line. That's 1st and 10 from there for Corbin. Eastep goes out once again wide to the left side. The eye lined up behind Wyatt. Hand off again to Scott Hart, and no hole for him that time. He stood up on the line of scrimmage and dumped down by Rockcastle County.
Rockcastle with a player shaking up, looks like might be a cramp.
And the clock stops on 24 seconds. Well, a big showdown here, 28-0 though. Rockcastle County has blown it open in the third quarter, led 14-0 at the end of the first half of play. Got all their 14 points in the first half in the second quarter, and a couple of strikes here in the third, as it is a cramp for one of the Rockcastle County players. Are trying to work that out right now. Once again, some other scores that we had, we'll update these for you as soon as we get a chance. Whitley County was leading Knott County 14-0. Clay County leading Bell County 7-0. Pineville leading Harlan 6-0. Everett's leading Williamsburg 12-3 at halftime. And Hazard over Lynn Camp 22-13. That was also at halftime. Well, the Rockcastle County player is still down. I don't think it's a serious injury.
Clay County was ahead 7-0.
24 ticks on the third period clock. And we're just waiting for them to get the Rockcastle County player off here, which they're doing right now, as a matter of fact. Player's number 66, Chris Goff, 5'10", 165 guard. So Corbin football, the Red Hounds facing a 2nd down and 8. The ball is just across the 45 near the 46-yard line. Jeff Root is checked in. He's wide to the left. Lance Wyatt stays in at quarterback. Takes a snap, rolling back to throw. He looks. He's throwing for Jason Eastep. Got him up at the 43-yard line. So the Hounds breaking inside of Rockcastle County territory now.
That should be the last play of this quarter, I believe.
And the clock is stalled out here on 4 seconds.
Yep.
And there's the horn. The third quarter is over, and it's all Rockcastle County on the scoreboard right now and on the field. The Rockets lead 28-0. Quarter number 4 is on the way. This is Red Hound football on WCTT T107. Any new scores, Frank? Okay. But no new football scores?
He's a senior. Just can't see.
Well, 10-3, 28. Has mounted somewhat of a drive here, though, with Lance Wyatt at the quarterback position. Corbin inside Rockcastle County territory with a first down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Wyatt takes the snap, stumbles a bit, is looking back to throw, looking long. He's throwing the Hail Mary. It's going to be, touched by Schaefer. And the ball actually that should have been intercepted by Schaefer. Can't fault him, though. He's played some good defensive back.
Well, that time Lance stripped it to his left that time and tried to throw it downfield. He never could really get his feet set to get his all he could get on it. And Jeff broke open down there, but Lance just couldn't get it to him.
So it brings up second down now and 10 for Corbin. Jason Eastep is in. He's out wide to the right side. Root wide to the left. Mark Mims goes in motion from right to left. I formation lined up behind Wyatt. Scott Hart stays in and takes the handoff. Big hole there for Scott. He squirts right through it. Moving the football down to the 36-yard line. Will bring up third and short for Corbin.
Well, two things here. Rockcastle has dropped some people off now, anticipating Corbin's going to throw, so that's made it possible for us to block them up there. And secondly, Scott's doing a pretty good job of hitting the hole.
Scott quick off the ball, and he's quick back. If there's a hole there, he can get in it. Once again, the eye lines up behind Lance Wyatt. Third and a long 2 for Corbin. Handoff's going to go to Hart. He's got the first, and then breaks on across the 26, 27-yard line. We have the 27 down to the 26-yard line. First and 10 for Corbin from there. So Scott Hart, the sophomore, coming in, putting on a pretty good show here for the fans.
Well, you know, Lance Wyatt's doing a pretty good job out there running the team right now, too. They seem to have a little confidence, and everybody trying to do a pretty good job.
11 minutes left to go, third quarter of play. Rockcastle County going right now with only 4 down linemen guarding against that pass from Corbin. Big hole here for Matt Phillips. Breaks it to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown for Matt Phillips and the Corbin Red Hounds.
Well, that ought to give us some momentum right there. Like I say, we got a big hill to climb right now, but Matt able to bolt through there. And again, we got them looking maybe at a little pass, and they've loosened up in there, and we got them blocked. Did a good job blocking them that time.
So 10:52 to go in the third quarter. Corbin scores on a 27-yard touchdown run for Matt Phillips. And the Hounds going to go for 2 here on the point after play. Corbin trying for a 2-point conversion. Wyatt stays in there at quarterback, and he's rolling out to the right side. He looks, dumps it off, incomplete. intended for Phillips. Even if he'd caught it, I don't think he could have gotten in. So Rockcastle holds. It's 28-6. The Rockets on top. We'll be back, and Corbin will kick away to Rockcastle County. This is Red Hound football on WCTT T107.
Okay. You have to tell us.
PA. Got anything, Frank?
Clay County 7, Bell 6, Whitney 22, Knott County 6.
Okay, thanks, sir. Well, it's 28-6 here at Rockcastle County High School. Corbin gets the first points of the game as Matt Phillips, a 27-yard touchdown run. The two-point conversion attempt failed. An update on some other scores. Whitley 22, Knott County 6. Clay County leads Bell 7-6 now. Pineville over Harlan 28-3. Everett's 34, Williamsburg 3. No update on Hazard and Lincamp.
Say Bell was 7-6.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how much time to go there.
And Corbin tries the onside kick. Ball gets to the 50-yard line. They're going to have to unpile him here and see who's got it. I think Rockcastle County did recover.
They did, but Corbin nearly got on it. Byron Jones really hustling down, diving in there, and Corbin nearly came up with the onside kick. Well, two things here. They need the ball back naturally to score, being down 28-6, but the big thing here is they got to keep Rockcastle out of the end zone.
Well, Rockcastle County will take over right at midfield. And the clock counting away here, becoming, of course, with every tick, a bigger enemy of Corbin. We're down to 10:30 to go in the football game. Full house lines up behind the quarterback, J.D. Bussell. Likes to give it off to his fullback on this play, but he fakes it to him and gives it off instead to Harris, who is wrapped up. Once again, Josh Pate, who's had a good game for Corbin, drops him back on the 45-yard line. Bringing up second down now, and about 14, 15 yards here for the Rock.
Rockcastle in no hurry now, as they want that as much time to run off that clock as they can.
As number 66 for Rockcastle County comes back off the field. He was shaking up a few plays back, and looks like he's still hurting, so he's going to come off. The big guy, Coffey. Harris, the left halfback. Schaefer, the right halfback for Rockcastle County. Bussell will turn and give it off to Coffey. The big guy's got a hole. Crosses all the way to the 40, 39-yard line. And a first down. Well, they stopped J.D. Harris, the super player for Rockcastle County, for a loss of 3 or 4 yards on the first down play, and then the big fullback takes the handoff and runs right through the Corbin line for the first down to the 39-yard line. So 1st and 10 from there for Rockcastle County.
Well, that's the positive thing about having a great player. Anytime you have a good player, Dave, it makes the people around you better too.
So Bussell comes underneath center, ready to get the play started here on the first down. He gives it to Coffey again, another big hole. Gain of 6 on that play, takes it down to the 33-yard line. 8 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the football game. And it's been number 58, Mr. Coffey there, Bobby Coffey, who has done the damage on this drive for Rockcastle County. Corbin played pretty well on the first down of the series, but Rockcastle County has come back for 2 big runs by Coffey. And the handoff this time goes to J.D. Harris, tries to jump forward to get some extra yardage and jumps into the hands of some Corbin players at the 30-yard line. And it'll bring up a third down now for Rockcastle County, and the Rockets will like about 3 for the first. Well, I guess not. They haven't moved the yard marker yet, so they're right at the first down. Matter of fact, they'll come out and measure it. Well, J.D. Harris, bad knee or not, he's certainly not afraid of some contact as he got to the line of scrimmage and jumped right into the teeth of the defense.
Well, I'm going to tell you, the knee hasn't slowed him any that I can see.
Well, it is enough for another Rockcastle County first down, so they'll maintain possession here. The clock is stalled on 8:25 to go in the game.
Which, Dave, we've talked a lot about J.D. Harris, you know, and the things he's done. But you got to understand this, too. This offensive line the last 2 years up here, I think, has done a pretty doggone good job. Rockcastle County obviously doing a good job down in the line play there. And they're not, I mean, they got some big ones, but and the one big kid we talked about, but they're not overly powerful.
No, they just do a good job. They just do some good line play. On the first down carry, it'll be the fullback Coffee.
Well, you take the big 315 kid out here, and I don't think they compare in size to us. Let me try to look some of them up here.
Puts football on the 26-yard line. Second down and 7 now for the Rockets.
Well, here's Jay Stevens, one of the guards, 165 pounds. Number 71, Tommy Ramsey, 185 pounds.
Like I say, not overpowering size, but a good offensive line job of Rockcastle County. Harris rolling to the left side, the 25, 23, 22-yard line. Goes down, jumps right back up.
Number 50, Shane Thacker, 205. They do have the big 79 in there right now, 315, pretty good-sized kid. And also the center at 240. So a couple big kids on that offensive line, but as you can see, we're as far as a team, we're quite a bit bigger than Rockcastle County, but they just really have outplayed us tonight.
Well, that's the case last year, too. I think the Corbin line last year was quite a bit bigger than Rockcastle County, but, you know, that was the word everyone used about Corbin last year, big, big, big. They don't use that word as much this year, but Corbin certainly not a small team. That's Harris on the carry again, getting close to first down yardage at the 25-yard line, or at the 20-yard line.
Well, Somerset here tonight, taking a look at this game. A game that they have some interest in. They played last night. And naturally, it'll be a key game for Corbin when they play Somerset. 6:14 to go, Dave. It's this one, you know, it's all but over. And I know the kid's only going to give up and need to get some more points on here. But realistically, it's just going to be almost impossible.
Yeah, down 28-6 with 6 minutes to go. It's not good. J.D. Bustle on the quarterback sneaks for about 4 yards and moves the football down to the 16-yard line for another Rockcastle County first down, and that'll stop the clock on 5:59.
Well, also, too, one thing I'm noticing about Rockcastle County's team here, a lot of underclassmen. Number 64, Jay Stevens, a junior. We've talked about center John Kirk, 5'10", 240, a junior. Also in there, Stacy Kirby, 5'11", 315, a sophomore. Just, you know, some pretty good athletes in there, and they're young kids.
Yeah, the quarterback, he's just a junior. He's a good one, too. He runs pretty good ball team. He flips this one back on the pitch to Harris. Harris being chased around the right side and brought down. Good coverage that time by Scott Hart. Little guy against little guy, and Scott brings him down after a gain of a couple.
Well, I think Scott Hart has been a bright spot for Corbin tonight. He's ran in there pretty good. Got some pretty nice holes to block. Of course, man, those guys running in a little different situation there as Rockcastle had dropped some people back out there anticipating the pass.
Well, it's been not a good game for Corbin. The Hounds haven't played well. Rockcastle County has played extremely well, and the scoreboard shows it, 28-6. And Rockcastle County driving for more here.
Well, I'm saying
Coffee on the carry.
We need the ball back, but we can't get it back right now. They're moving the football up and down the field.
Coffee on the third down carry. Right on the second down carry. Gets a couple of more yards. That'll bring up third down and 4 or 5 for the first down here for Rockcastle County. As a matter of counting the clock away here now, the Rockets will go to 6-1. Corbin will fall back under 500 at 3-4. Third down for Rockcastle. Bustle takes the snap, gives it to Harris, running hard around the left side. No, Bustle still got the football. He dives up the middle with it. Short of the first down to bring up fourth down and short, though. Well, JD was pumping around that left side like he was going for the gold, and Bustle had the football, the quarterback.
I bet they wish he had it because there wasn't anybody out there with him. Brings up another 4th down situation here. And Rockcastle doing a real good job right now running the clock, taking their times between the play, just getting them off before the 25-second clock expires.
Yeah, this is a good football team, Burley. I don't think anyone here on the Corbin side would deny that. Rockcastle looking every bit as sharp as they did last year. Just a good 2A football team.
You know, of course, I hadn't seen them, but the word I got was they weren't as good as they were last year, but I don't find that right. I think they're every bit as good as they were last year.
Yeah, I'm going to quit, which I hear a lot of that stuff, too. I'm going to quit believing it.
That, too, Dave, but now also Corbin just did not play very well at all.
Yeah, Corbin's made them look maybe better than they really are. Then we got a timeout called for you. I think taking a little time at Rockcastle County. 3:18 to go. They're on top 28-6, facing now 4th down and 7. 5-yard penalty against the Rockets. Moves them back to a 4th down and 7. They were at 4th and 2. Right in the middle of the field at the 15-yard line. Bustles back to throw. Got a man wide open, James Hunt. Nobody from Corbin even near Hunt in the end zone, and that's a touchdown for Rockcastle County.
Well, again, you know, they set them up pretty good for that. They've been running to that right side. That time Bustle reversed out over here and got in a one-on-one situation and found him wide open in there, and Rockcastle County not letting up any.
Number 87, Jason Hunt, on the reception. Extra point going to be kicked by Bowman, and it is good. So your score, 35-6. Rockcastle County leads Corbin with 3:13 to go. When we come back, Rockcastle will kick away to the Hounds. This is Red Hound football on WCTT T107. Well, it's 35-6. Rockcastle County continues to pour down the Corbin Red Hounds here. They'll be kicking away. Schaefer to kick. A line driver going to be taken by Scott Hart on the right side. Heads to the middle looking for some blockers. Bounces off a couple of players. Comes out of a hole on up to the 40-yard line. And goes down at the, who wants spotted that here, on the 42, 43. So Scott Hart with a good return. He just kept bouncing off Rockets and gets Corbin with some pretty good field position here for what might be their final offensive possession of the game.
Well, Scott, again, I think, has been one of the bright spots tonight here, Dave. He's ran very well. He's kept his legs moving and ran with a lot of determination.
Yes, he did. Lance Wyatt in at quarterback once again for Corbin. We'll have to, after the game, if we can, before we sign off, try to find out something for you about Jody Mauser. He was shaken up. Wyatt throws. Oh, caught by E-step, and he is hit just as he catches the football and drops it on the 37.
Pretty good defensive play right there. That kid had came up and played it the way he's supposed to. If you can't get there to hit the pass, and you got to really try to take the man down. And he took Jace down pretty hard, although Jace hung in there and nearly came up with the catch. But just a good hit by Rockcastle.
Lance Wyatt on target with the throw that time, but as Burley just said, good coverage by the Rockets. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for Corbin. From their own 43. Wyatt takes the snap. He's back to throw again. Pressure on him. He ducks his head in and goes out with it. Then lets it fly. Caught by E-step. And he is fumbling the football. Picked up by Rockcastle County's Bustle. He's at the 50. Down to the 45. And stopped right on the 45-yard line. Well, Jason E-step, I guess, had possession of the football that time. He didn't have it for very long. He was drilled again and dropped the ball. Picked up by Rockcastle County, and the Rockets have it. Well, you got to look at this too, Burley. I mean, you don't want to get beaten too badly here because it's a team you could possibly run into once you get into playoff time again, and that could be, you know, a factor when the two teams meet again if you get beaten up too much by one team. But that's exactly what's happening. 35-6 Rockcastle County, and they've got the football back here with 2:05 to go. Working from the right hash mark, double wide outs to the left side. Pitch out goes to Harris. Harris goes nowhere. And a flag on the play. Be a face mask or a late hit.
Well, you got to keep your composure out there right now. I know you're frustrated and trying to disappointed with the loss, but you don't want to lose your composure and just do something that you would regret.
What was it called? He made his signal, but I didn't catch it.
I think he called a spear. Late hit. Now, it's tough on these kids. You know, it's tough to lose. There's a lot of pressure in Corbin to win, and when I say pressure, they've won there for a long time, and to be defeated this soundly by Rockcastle, that's tough on them. It really is.
Yeah, third loss in a row for Corbin to Rockcastle County, and
the bottom line is you got to go back to work. The way to overcome this is hard work.
Handoff goes to Coffey. The ball was moved down to the 30-yard line. Coffey takes it on down to the 29. You know, if you look at some of the teams that Corbin has been playing, you see some teams starting to get a little domination against the Red Hounds. Rockcastle County, this will be their third win. Bell County won 3 out of the last 4 over Corbin. Kaywood won a couple in a row over the Red Hounds, teams that normally, I guess back in the older days, were pretty easy victims, but I think I have to say they play better football than they used to.
Well, they are playing better too, Dave, but this victory tonight, well, we can attribute it to one thing. We just didn't play well. We didn't play with intensity, and you can look at it a lot of ways, but that's the way I see it.
Clock counts down to 59, handoff to Schaefer.
Somebody else may see it a little differently, but you got to be intense, and Rockcastle County came out intense, and from the opening point of the game, when I saw their spirit line to the 65-yard line, and ours was about 3 yards out into the end zone, I knew I didn't have a good feeling. Now, spirit lines don't make football, but you've got to build excitement and intensity around football, and the team just didn't have that intensity tonight. Our crowd obviously didn't have it at the beginning of the game.
And Rockcastle County with what probably will be close to the final play of the game. They just fall down on the football. Well, like you say, it was that lack of intensity that got Corbin behind to start the football game off. And from there, you have to abandon your game plan and start throwing. The other team knows it. And they're going to get some interceptions in cases like that and able to build up this big lead here, which is going to end at 35-6 as time expires. And the Rockcastle County Rockets on their third straight victory over the Corbin Red Hounds. They also go to 2-0 in district play, and Corbin will drop to 1-1. So your final, 35-6, Rockcastle County thumps Corbin here at Rockcastle County High School. We'll be back and have the wrap-up show for you when we return. This is Red Hound Football on WCTT T107. It's Frank. I'll make that part of the wrap-up because I don't know if Wheeler to come up here and talk or not.
I don't know. I hope so.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Top of the fifth, 1-1. Okay, I'm going over to radio.